invite you into a new live stream on our channel, part of first seminar we ever did in English. Right now, you are with for the world. That's the moment when people representing different arts, different kinds of power, different branches of knowledge come to. So, but we back, guys. Not intro. You know what my name is. I don't need to say this, but I repeat for those in the back. My name is Anna Maria. I actually explain myself to the world as a witch, exactly with this very word. But most often, what I do is leading the ceremony or ritual, contacting people who has free will to change the world in a very certain way, with actually their own power, their own internal, making this possible. People of internet, people of the world, people who witness this very special union, you need to have this message that we, me and Dr. K, the other guest and host of our meeting today, represents the world of science, the world of knowledge, which all of us absolutely define as medicine, the only medicine worth follow today, and herbs, and non-herb supplements, also his own practice as a chiropractor. Him in here in area of Chicago, well recognized as a healer. With that being said, connect the dots and see that if people of magic and people of science, people of knowledge are able to sit next to each other on one table and connect own powers towards humanity with help, that's huge. Back in the days, person like myself would be openly mocked by every person with any type of, let's say, master degree in science or medicine. Right now, we connected, combined powers, and with own baggage of experience from one world and another, we can find common language and help people. And when last time we, in this very place, made workshop about leaving the, let's say, inner dimension, fourth dimension, and actually humanity jumping into the new realms of fifth dimension, we actually touched the groups. If we believe automatically, how we giving our power, our time, our quality on different things, what we empower with our presence. And those very questions started some rivers of understanding in every person who heard it. Because from this very point of view, you can look at yourself as you are your own resources. You are your own tool to not only win this reality, but to be in most victorious manifestation of your own possibility, energy, creation. Nothing is limiting you. If you look at this from this point of view, you know that this is not even you versus the world. This is you who has entire world towards you. You can, this is like Swedish table, and every time you waking up, you have precisely 24 hours for those hours to be spent on whatever you want to buy for them. Have you ever heard that time is money? So have you ever seen people who wasted time? So when you see people wasted time, for example, in a relationship when they do not like each other and they sit next to each other for 20 years and they think, oh, I already invested 10 years, so I'm gonna be sitting there one next year. So I'm asking, where's the logic? Except for the fact that in hip hop world he retired. There is no logic because when time is money, if you already wasted 20 million, why you want to waste 21st? And people don't look at their own time as something which is having value, as something which is actually important. They do not understand why many things in internet are for free. They say, oh, for free, yeah. You spend your time on it. You are the person as a water who as a vessel consists of it. So, in this very world, which I understand in absolutely alchemical realms, we have experts who, with the same intensity, substances, look at of the universe with completely different set of skills and absolutely deeper possibilities of mind. Let's say intellectually speaking, right now in a moment you're gonna meet the expert, and our workshops are today in such very special mixture because it's not only power, that's also announcement for every person who ever had my own name in own mind, that from now on was strongly supported by knowledge in how you see you need to heal something in here, then of course as you already perceive it correctly, then I suggest you to just find Dr. K and in a moment you're just gonna discover why. What we're doing here, of course, in the very beginning I need to say, I consider as the ritual, but I cannot move the candle right now because of wax reasons. So the ritual, as we lit the candles yesterday, is of course dedicated towards some direction. Of course, this energy we all created here yesterday and today, this is about something. We're just not meeting the most powerful and most willingly, let's say, gathering people in here who just want to change the world just for nothing. It's always something very important. And in this very moment, with these planetary transits, amongst those realms of astrological events which we just entered, and I remind you, we are after 3 days of Lita energy, which is of course midsummer, which is the moment of the brightest sun, victory of the sun, which is the moment of the longest day. We, in this very moment, are in here, in this very union, to give you some new look on reality, which right now, in your very own eyes, and in my very own eyes, is given as something as creation shaping itself, freestyling towards something which is just new, fresh, and happening forward. Something which we all debut in. As usual, you look at me as some, let's say, some specialist who can say a word about the continue forward. Right now, I tell you openly, we all fresh. Whatever happening right now, whatever ahead, is so new that we all learning here. We all need to be very observant. We all need to actually be like small children who just discover how to use own senses, who just discover your own place, your own also qualities of time in this new world. That's super important. For every person responsible for shaping reality, there is an basis would be having some type of, let's say, differences, even if there's politics, or if there's music, or if there's anything right now, everything, what is important is the union, is how we can empower each other for the light of God. Yes, and our entire world of this, seeing what was happening. People in art, they've been inside. People who represented different branches of, for example, esoteric words, been, let's say, acting very low, throwing not only mud at themselves, but madly throwing something else, and you know what I've said. Those people been absolutely impossible, incapable of making any type of, not even union, but agreement. Whenever there was one person of energy, let's say most round worldly as possible, one person of energy who has information about another person of energy, this person at the very first impulse was hissing at the other, like, as we all this very in own uniqueness give to this very unity what we have, not only the best but everything can be empowerment. Those people been in fight like some fans of soccer in England in 90s. Yeah, Green Street Hooligans or something. That's very Ireland, right? So those people are aggressive. Or have you ever experienced that you say to person in energy, for example, some guru person or some coach or some guide person or some psychic person about another person in energy, and their reaction was like actually stomping on a hedgehog? That's kind of common reaction. That's normal. That was normal till this very moment. Why? Because those people felt limits and blockades in their life. While they see somebody, let's say, let's start to use this word more openly, and when they see somebody more expanded, when they see somebody which is no longer in the programs of reality, making everything so very tough and so very square but not square, if you know what I mean. If you've seen those people who actually escaped those cages, those people who didn't, most often decided to hate on them. Even if that's supposed to be the next step. They're supposed to learn from them. The simple example, people who escape a really bad hood with really low money, people who are supposed to be local heroes because they made it, started to be public enemies for entire hood because how dare they not live there anymore. Who made it and they hate on it. So we can from above, this person added to this very substance this person prayed for means hate. So it's not gonna be given because the water of the universe cannot be poisoned like this. We live in a world where the first time we can be detached from, let's say, this very long, dark legacy of all those fights in between different arts and different branches, for example, in the medicine, for example, in in even faith. Why? Because the entire world being kicked into the definition of, I wouldn't say end of the world nor Armageddon, but I would say end of time, end of something we know. Whatever was the information that wasn't not only in the water, because you know when you have this place where they clean water, this cleaning place, I do not know the word in English, sometimes it happens. So on the rivers, right, and then you can reuse the water. They can give you, they can clean the water from some type of poisons, some heavy metals, some type of, chemical molecules, right? But they cannot clean the water from emotions. They cannot clean the water of information. That's not possible. If that was structured right from a fear, with the Mandelbrot fractal pattern of reality, which says more means more, it's escalating. It's like an avalanche. It's like tsunami. Therefore, when you drink the water in a place where people are scared, you're scared. the information. What's happening now? Now, after how very much entire Earth been attacked, after how very much and globally we've been actually, let's say, under danger of death and poison, and we've been living the fear, we who survived, we decided to, do not live in this fear any longer, not only because it's boring, but because it's like not serving nothing.
It's not going.
Well, look at this. Akin to my internet, it is.
Okay. Okay.
So, come on. We have some very heavy magic if it comes to like devices today. We barely made it with a car to this very place because our GPS decided to show us Wheel of Fortune, the third card, and therefore, even if we know where's the north, our car decided to be kind of confused. So sometimes when car like this, car stopping, right? So I'm being like, therefore, yeah. Also, I would quote something very, very from the kingdom of internet. Be Super Saiyan, they said. It would be fun, they said. Super Saiyan means expanded person for some people who've been watching cartoons in the 90s. Guys, a very important thing, because do you see, back in the days, people been fighting over everything what was different. People been, let's say, using this as an excuse to attack somebody. People been using the fact that some other person has different color of a skin, or different type of thinking about music, or different type of, let's say, even political attachments. This person could be in a fight, could be doing to restart in a second.
He just said it's not going
Yeah.
now. I'm corresponding with him, and
Okay.
I'm waiting for the answer from him.
Okay, nice. If
Yeah.
anything, go here and click, because
He said there's nothing there. He said there's nothing there.
Okay.
Ostatnia transmisja 14 godzin temu. Nothing there. That's what he's saying.
So, and can I have a witness? Look at this. And actually, the time. I'm sorry. Well, always I can say this about, that's about coronal flares. Yeah. And power and BXC power are going united. That's most important. And back in the days, those differences would be making some problem. Back in the days, those differences would be making all of us very tensed about this. Right now, it's like, okay, from where you're coming, what you can give to the table, what's so very different, what else you can do. And because of this, let's unite. And if we have some differences, let's make some use of it. If I have, let's say, some type of different tools and different set of skills than you do have, and you have some different possibilities, different friends, different, even, attachments or things, then we can unite. And then, even if we're gonna be those people who need to start a very hippie village right very now in this place, we would be okay. I know you tense, I know Detroit tense, and I like too, so we restart. Yes. They cry already on the candle. So, let's do this. It's in English, so first time it's not in Polish, while they try to sense it. And when I say any word in English, they're like, yay, because they think they know it. So, because I love my crew so very much, let's do this. Oh, because I touched my phone, that happened.